Mano, what's okay is to follow the process as the process is laid out, and that's precisely what is happening. I would remind you that the Democrats tried blocking the rest of the members of Congress from even having access to the memo that the majority wrote. Yesterday, the majority voted to provide access to the Democrats' memo. First, there are legitimate questions about whether an American's civil liberties were violated by the FISA process. We are the legislative branch of government. It is our job to conduct oversight on behalf of the American people of the executive branch in case any powers were abused and civil liberties were abused by the executive branch. So there's a very legitimate issue here as to whether or not an American's civil liberties were violated in the FISA process. That's point number one. Point number two, this is a completely separate matter from Bob Mueller's investigation, and his investigation should be allowed to take its course. Point number three, there may have been malfeasance by people at the FBI. And let me finish my points. There may have been malfeasance at the FBI by certain individuals. So it is our job in conducting transparent oversight of the executive branch to get to the bottom of that. Sunshine is the best disinfectant. And so what we want is all of this information to come out so that transparency can reign supreme and accountability can occur. There's a fourth point I want to make, and that is the institution of the DOJ, of the FBI, is a very important institution for American life. It's a very important institution for keeping the rule of law intact. On a positive note, I'm excited to hear President Trump's State of the Union address tonight. And honestly, the State of the Union is looking up. It's really encouraging to be able to come and hear an upbeat tone at a State of the Union. This will be my 20th of these that I've sat in. And I've got to tell you, to be able to hear a State of the Union as bright as it is right now is something that's very encouraging. Wages are rising. Economic confidence is coming back to America. Tax reform is now the law of the land, and it is playing a huge role in this transformation. As Steve just mentioned, just yesterday, we heard from another major employer about investing another $50 billion into this economy because of tax reform. Just a couple of weeks from now, 90% of American workers, 90% of American wage earners are going to see their paychecks get bigger as the IRS new withholding tables are put into effect in February. This is a big deal. So we're very excited. Economic confidence in America is at a 17-year high, while unemployment in America is at a 17-year low. These are good things. This is a big deal for Americans across the country. We've got a lot more work to do, and I'm looking forward to President Trump's speech tonight to find the way forward and get more done for the American people in 2018.